how can we actually develop a peace of mind in any kinds of situation or scenarios. So let us begin this video. Om Shanti, my name is Garret. Before I start the topic off, please make sure you guys remember to hit like, subscribe and comment your learnings in the comment section below. I'm dedicated to make 4 videos a week to spread more light and positivity out there to the world. It's also nice to know where you guys are tuning in from so we could actually connect within this space, okay? So let us begin the topic on how to develop a peace of mind in any kind of situations, okay? So we must all know that whenever we look around us, okay, you will most likely feel all this tension, this anxiety, this stress and this strife that is all around the world right now, all the global problems, okay. You can see the pirates of Somalia, the broken countries of Iraq and Afghanistan, the nuclear threat of North Korea. You could also see COVID. Okay, there's so many things that is happening all around the world that is causing this stress, this anxiety. Okay, the whole world seems to be in a state of tension, right? So the Vedic teachings, they all taught us that the world is this veritable form of God himself, right? Because the world is created by God energy, right? That people can explain it, science can explain it, that is a Big Bang theory, but it is not just the Big Bang theory. So what created the Big Bang then, right? So it has been created by God and he's all pervading it, okay? So if God is pervading this world, how then it can, why does he actually create it to be, why can he create this cause of this tension? Okay, why did he create this cause of tension since he is all pervading over it? Not only that, right, the Vedas taught us that just as a spider extracts the web from within itself, right, in other words, right, the spider itself becomes the web. Similarly, right, if God extracts the element of creation from within his being, okay, which means that God himself is actually becoming the world, okay? Hence, this world is non-different from him. It's a little bit deep, okay? Vedic teachings. So, the Bhagavad Gita actually states that, then how is this world so full of problems? Like I mentioned earlier. So if God is all pervading, why is he creating so many problems and so many stresses and tension, right? So the Vedas actually taught us that this tension we are experiencing is because of another world. Yes, you are right. What is another world? That is the world within ourselves, the thoughts, okay? Ideas, beliefs, aspirations, attachments that we harbor in our own mind. That is the cause of our problems, okay? Hence, we may run away from the external objects out there, but if the desire for them remains within, we will still not be at peace, okay? So if some fortunate soul, right, I would say fortunate, okay, can actually extinguish the inner desires and purify the mind while living in the midst of all these material situations, all these material distractions, okay, that person will find perfect peace, okay? That's why that person is, I would say, he's fortunate, okay, because he would be in a peaceful state, right? So there was a king, okay, this story just to sums this whole thing up, okay? There was a king sitting on his throne. He thought that I have developed renunciation, okay, and I want divine knowledge. He just, I think he's probably sick of being a king and living in the rich and luxurious lifestyle, okay? So he walked off, and went to meet a sage in the forest. He said, Guru Dev, will you accept me as your disciple? Okay, so the Mahatma Ji said, for that you need to become renunciant or renounced. Okay, so go when you are renounced, then you can come back and look for me. Okay, so the king thought, I've given up my kingdom, what was left? He's thinking. Okay, so oh my god, I went to meet all this guru with all my ornaments. He is thinking. So therefore, maybe he may be thinking that I haven't been renounced yet. Okay, so he took off all the crown from his head. He took off all the ornaments on his body, and he put on simple clothes. He returned. Okay, Gurudev, will you accept me now? Okay, the Mahatma Ji said, I've told you earlier, come to me when you are renounced. Go back. So the king returned. He said, alright, let me try again. Okay, so this time around, he took off that attire and put on this single cotton dhoti. Okay, and went back again to the Mahatma. Maharaj, can I be eligible now? So he asked. Okay, so Mahatma Ji said, look, I have told you again and again, come to me when you are renounced, and I shall accept you. So the king returned once again. He said, one dhoti was remaining. Is that also objectionable to this sage? He's thinking. So the next time he returned, in the Digamba state, okay, or naked, okay, naked state. So Maharaj, am I renounced now? Nothing. He said I'm wearing nothing. So he told the Mahatma. Okay. So Mahatma Ji said, every time you refuse to follow my instructions, now this time, until you are renounced, don't come back. So the king returned again. He said, now what was the problem? The body is remaining, so I need to give that up as well in order to become renounced. He was thinking. Okay, so he said, alright, if Gurudev is not willing to accept me as his disciple, then life is useless. He's thinking. So he sat down and he gave up eating and drinking, thinking that in my meditation I will renounce this body. So he had to give up already. He wanted to give up everything. So 1 day went by, 2 days went by. Okay, slowly 7 days went by already. So that Mahatma was a powerful one, and he was inquiring about the king's state, all from within. Okay, within. Okay, in the state of within. So when he found the detachment has developed, he came himself and said, "O king, come." So there was no response. Okay, he now no longer thinks that I am a king. Okay, so this time around he said, "Oh, Tyagiji." Okay, Tyagiji means a renunciant. Come. So he said, "Tyagiji, come." Still, there was no response. He doesn't even think that I'm a renunciant. Okay, so this time round, the Gurudev said, "My dear disciple, get up." Now the king opened his eyes, and then Gurudev embraced him. Okay, so he said, renunciation is not an external thing. Renunciation means giving up the desires for material objects from within. Okay, one may be sitting in the cave of the Himalayas, okay, and still be attached because the mind is hankering for the material objects. Somebody else may be in the busiest part of the metropolitan cities and still be detached in the inner, and the inner mind is actually cleansed. Okay, so spirituality is not about changing the externals. It's about ornamenting the internals with divine qualities as well as divine virtues. So this thing, everything in this world is made up of material objects. So whatever we claim to to be something that would upset us is all made of material energy. So if we can renounce ourselves from all these externals, we will always be in a state of true peaceful and true bliss. Okay, so with this peaceful and bliss state of mind, nothing could affect us. Okay, not even in the toughest scenarios or situations. So I hope you learned something from this video, and if you do, please make sure you hit like, subscribe and comment your learnings in the comment section. I'm ending this video off. Om Shanti.